So I'll be performing from my book, Birthmarks. I'm not from London. I'm originally from Vienna in Austria, and international. And I'm just kind of trying out this space, and it's already so lovely, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. Is a bit of singing allowed? Just
yes. The stage is yours, honey.
Thank you. My first poem is titled An Ode to My 12-Year-Old Self. Open these blinds, see through my eyes, see through these lies, these lies, these lies, and tell me what it is that you see. If it is anything close to where you imagined you'd be, you're stood amongst a crowd of bloodthirsty teeth waiting for the next prey to be served. You have served a million masters before now already, so tell me, what harm will an extra one bring, brown-skinned child? With your eulogy, written a day before your birth, crafted with the most harmonious constellations of vowels and consonants, constants passed on by fathers from age to age in the mother tongue of the white man, so tell me, is this anything close to where you imagined you'd be? Anything close to the land of your dreams? Are there fountains overflowing with milk and honey? Is there bread, crisp or soft? Will it break? Will it fit a multitude? And if yes, is it one from whence you came? Or are you being fed as a sign of false gratitude instead, brown-skinned child? What will the last line of this eulogy say? And how much of this will in the end remain? Your name, your pain in vain. Your name will be forgotten as though you never crossed paths with this earth. Your brown will be washed like a garment stained with unforgivable sin. But have you seen whatever it is that you hid your eyes from for so long? Have you sipped from the cup of despair? Have you traded your birthright for a plate of warmth? I wish that you were never put in that position, but then I guess I never would have made it here. I wish that you were never robbed of your voice, that you never had to feel too foreign for home and at home in a foreign hand. I wish that wishes were more than just mere words uttered in desperation. You see, someone once said, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Well, is that why you took yours off and stored it away behind steel curtains? You see, this ground will not swallow you alone. You remember that you are stood on the back of your entire people. You remember that because, yes, child, maybe heavy is the head that wears the crown, but strong are the hands that hold up your shoulders. You remember that. You are not a result of your own manifestation. You remember that because on most days, child, you are someone's reason to hope, and on every other day, you are the answer to your mother's prayers. Thank you. Thank you. The second one that I'm going to do is titled Mercury. I never really know how I'm going to kind of introduce this one, so I'll just start. It's titled Mercury. Dear God, why? Why did you let Mercury come? Why did you let him come to take from the branches of my weightless tree and then leave me to be carried by the flames of the bees? Why did he let me burn, dear God? Why did you let him come? Mercury. You see, Mercury looked like an angel, but only because he had wings for horns. He sat me on a chair of thorns, sat my hands behind my back with a rope that burns. I suppose it runs in the family. He clipped my eyes open, could not care less about the bones broken, nor the lies spoken, nor the fury he had awoken. You see, Mercury was the god of travel and finances, but to only a few did he reveal that he was the god of thieves. So once, when I was on my journey, he stole from me, and not just my money, but all that I had conceived. He deceived me into believing that he was an angel, but only because he had wings for horns. Mercury stole from me, Mercury stole from me, Mercury took my mother. He took a fearless black woman who'd raised 5 children on her own, who'd worked Sunday to Sunday, back to back. Mercury took my mother when he attacked and made me watch as he disfigured her confidence and forced salty tears down her brown cheeks. For weeks my mother lay weak and then she forgot to speak. My mother became a flower without its petals, and she is now only learning to grow from her new seeds placed in a bed of metals. Mercury took my name. He took black girl magic. Erased the girl magic and replaced it with cross, black cross that I am forced to bear. I wonder if bleach was only made for the things that you wear. My black cross, it stains the color of my blouse like makeup from last night. I wake up to a war and my father tells me, in this family we do not fight. What if I never get my name back, I ask. Then we battle, he says, holding my tiny face in his massive hands as though his words would stitch the wounds on my back. Mercury sat me on a chair of thorns, tied my hands behind my back with a rope that bends. And then he poured salt into all of my wounds and traced the lines of my palms with a razor-sharp knife. All 5 of my fingers have never trembled this bad. You see, Mercury was the god of thieves. But to only a few did he reveal that he was the devil himself. So once when I was on my journey, he stole from me, and not just my money, but all that I had conceived. He somehow managed to deceive me into believing that he was an angel. But now I see that those silly wings on his head are just a stupid disguise for his horns. And so with the ticking of my heart tied to my ankle, I promise Mercury, he will never again steal from me. Because my father told me, he said, child, we do not fight, we battle.